How to fight virtual meetings fatigue. Welcome back, guys. This is Victoria from Second. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about Zoom fatigue, or so-called virtual meetings fatigue. Do you feel drained after multiple meetings for the day? If so, you're not the only one. Since the beginning of the pandemic and the switch to remote work, the number of meetings we have in the day has significantly increased, and the number of hours we spend in a virtual meeting has increased even by 30%. So it's real, it's there, it's a virtual meetings fatigue, and it's something similar to burnout. It's this kind of feeling of exhaustion you feel after any kind of online meeting, like a conference call or any kind of, let's say, virtual platform meeting. So we need to do something to fight this, and that's why in this video I'm going to tell you the 3 ways to fight Zoom or virtual meetings fatigue. The very first tip that I would like to give you in order to cope with this virtual meetings fatigue is do not use video all the time. Of course, if the video is not a norm in your organization, then simply switch your video off. Of course, if you're talking to coworkers or people from your organization, you can always think of other options to keep the communication. For example, you can opt for a phone call or simply Teams or Slack messages, or even a simple email can really do the job. The video creates a certain kind of anxiety for us. So, for example, how do we appear on the screen? What is the background? How is our desk organized? And watch out our language. So, these kind of tiny details that make us feel pressured in a way. If you go for camera off option, you can in fact maximize the use of your time. So, during the meeting, you can even do some simple activities, like you can make yourself coffee, you can maybe clean up your desk, and simple kind of activities. So definitely, if you want to save a bit from your mental energy, then just go camera off, or simply use your phone instead of your PC or laptop to attend the meeting from time to time, of course. The second way to fight this virtual meetings fatigue is to schedule virtual meetings for out-of-work activities. I know that this might sound a bit unusual for you. I mean, how to reduce the virtual meetings fatigue by adding even more virtual meetings. However, our brains tend to associate these online platforms with something negative, like negative context. And if you use these online platforms only for work-related activities, then you kind of your brain overall associates Zoom with expectations to be constantly professional, to be focused, to be super productive, to watch out your language and how you in fact appear on the screen. And this kind of drains our energy. On the other hand, if you try to use Zoom, Teams, or this kind of online tools for things that you actually enjoy, like for fun, then the meeting fatigue can somehow reduce. For example, you can try to schedule virtual meeting to catch up with your family, or let's say talk with a friend, or even watch a movie online and have a, let's say, non-formal discussion about it with your friends, or even do online psychotherapy. And the third tip for reducing this virtual meetings fatigue is to take paper-based notes. If you still don't have a full control of your meetings agenda, then I would advise you to go old school and simply take paper to pen notes instead of having double screen responsibility. In fact, the research has shown that taking notes down by hand increases the focus and retention on what's actually being said during the meeting. So even though we live in a digital world, we don't have to do everything virtually. So the data has also shown that taking notes by hand increases not only our retention and focus, but also our memory, and it stimulates like a deeper level of cognition. So I would definitely advise you to start taking notes simply by hand, to attend the meeting with taking your planner or maybe your notebook, and simply this can somehow reduce all this kind of virtual fatigue. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this video to the very end. And my question for you today is, what is your number one tip to cope with the virtual meetings fatigue? And of course, if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and even follow our other videos, as even more interesting content is coming up.